All right, so today we're talking about the dual monitor setup that you need for video editing. This actually changed my entire workflow. A lot of us, when we set up our home office, if we have space, we have dual monitors. But you may have noticed if you watched our office makeover video, which I'll link up here, that one of my monitors is actually vertical. And some of you guys might be like, yo, B, what's with the weird vertical monitor, bro? Girl, Mrs., I blame this one for this entire thing.
It's my fault. I'm a radiologist. We use vertical monitors all the time. And it just seemed to make sense. I started using this when we were in...
Do you want to do this video?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I'll be... okay, fine. I'll shut up.
I'm kidding.
Comments from the peanut gallery. All right, I'll shut up.
Go for it. When did you start using this video setup?
I don't know. I started using this monitor setup when I started radiology back in 2011. And it just seemed to make sense. You're trying to optimize what you're looking at on your monitor. So, i.e. you have text boxes. So when you're bin, so why not use the bin in full vertical mode?
I love a good vertical monitor for video editing. Let me tell you how it's changed my life. I use it a lot for actually all of the apps. If I'm working in Illustrator and I have some browser windows pulled up, I kind of can do simultaneously, or if I have titles kind of typed up in my notes app, I can use it on the one side and kind of work on my main screen. But where it comes in handy the most is in Premiere when I'm editing video. So I kind of have two go-to workspaces that I'm gonna walk you guys through today. And by the end of this video, I will have convinced you to flip your second monitor vertical because it's a game changer. I've got two Dell monitors that match because I'm anal and I can't have two non-matching displays. So do you remember what the model of these are?
Stand by. It's the Dell P2715Q 27-inch 4K Ultra HD monitor. Okay, we bought the first 4K display like a year or two ago, and it's been fantastic. It came pretty much bang on calibrated out of the box. But then the other day we tried to buy another one, but they've been discontinued. And they came up with a new one which replaced it, but apparently the new one isn't as good, according to reviews. So we found a used/refurbished one and bought that one, and it worked great.
We've got both of these monitors mounted on the dual bracket from Fully, which they sent us. Thank you, Fully. First, I'm gonna show you guys my editing setup. The main monitor is kind of dedicated to watching the footage and editing the footage. I've got the main footage window here, and then to the left, I've got the source window. So that source window is where I'm gonna be watching the footage that is gonna end up in my timeline. Then along the bottom, I've got the whole sequence that kind of spans the entire width of the bottom of the screen. And then I got my Lumetri color panel, like kind of small over on the side in case I wanna tweak anything on the go. And then on the vertical display, I've got a massive bin. That's where all my footage is, my titles, my music, everything that I'm gonna be accessing that's gonna go into my project, that's all in that vertical bin. When we're working on the big series that we're working on, and there's so much footage, days and days of footage, the bin can just scroll on forever and it can kind of get like overwhelming. So we have that whole screen dedicated to the bin. If you're editing and you're like me and you're using kind of like a music service, I've always got it kind of pulled up in the background in case I'm, editing and I need to find a song or a sound effect and I can go back quickly. I've got Google Chrome set up so that when I switch over, I can still see what I'm editing on my main horizontal display, and then on the vertical display in Chrome is, Epidemic Sound, because that's what we use for our music. The vertical display is great for the bin, great for browser window, switch back and forth. Super easy. Second setup is my color grading setup. So on the vertical display, we have half of it is the bin. And then on the top section, I have all my scopes. And we're gonna do a separate video on scopes because they're so important when it comes to color grading, primary correction, secondary correction. So I've got my parade, I've got my waveform, I've got my vector scope and my histogram. And I'm using all that stuff when I'm doing my primary correction to make sure that the colors all match, they're neutral, there's not too much magenta, there's not too much green, and to make sure that the exposure is on. And then on my main display, I still have my source window, my program window up. Program window is a lot larger because that's where I'm doing my color grading. We got the sequence along the bottom, and then I've got the Lumetri color panel a lot larger on the right side of the screen. So I'm doing all my color correction in Lumetri, using my scopes on my vertical monitor. That's kind of how I use my vertical monitor. You guys might think it's ridiculous, but honestly, try it out. The monitor stand that I have actually allows you to flip your monitor vertical, and they both kind of fit nicely together. So give it a shot, and if you hate it, tell me. But if you like it, let me know in the comments below if you've tried it, if you like it. Honestly, it's been a game changer for me. I can't really go back now. Chris has ruined me for life. What do you think about the monitor?
In more ways than one.
Yeah. Do you have anything to add?
I think it makes sense. It's like for the same reason people look at their phones vertically when they're scrolling through web pages. It's better use of screen real estate. If you've got text box that go from top to bottom, they don't need much width. why not have your monitor shaped that way?
Oh, also, if you're doing a lot of vertical video, vertical Instagram stories, vertical video for marketing purposes, this is a fantastic way to watch full screen your videos instead of like a portion of your screen. A lot of times when Chris and I are proofing our vlogs or any of our videos before we post them, we'll watch them full screen on the horizontal display. But if you're doing vertical video, send it over to your vertical display and watch it full size and just make sure that everything looks good.
Look, I'm not in this video, I'm just the peanut gallery.
Listen, you said, should I set a camera up and be a peanut gallery, and you haven't said a word.
I've said a lot.
Have you?
I've complained about technology. I've corroborated your statements about the vertical monitor setup. It was my idea you stole.
Correct.
Or I implemented on you. I forced on you.
Yeah. Well, anyway, with that said, I'm gonna go get some more water because I'm choking for some reason. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell so you get notified when we post new videos. We will see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Look at this. It still focuses. If you were like here all day with me, you'd want to leave after a week. No, we did that for a week. After a month, you'd be like, get the Jesus.
Batteries aren't working. It's not pairing for some reason.
You know you can plug it in with a Thunderbolt cable.
Oh, can you pass me a Thunderbolt cable?
You're gonna need a dongle.
Dongles are the worst. I hate that I don't have.
No, that's something else.
You have a dongle?
Yeah, but it's not. It's a Thunderbolt dongle.
I hate that I don't have dongles, and I hate that Apple got rid of my headphone jack. Head up to here with you, Apple. And I hate that Google Home doesn't work.
Listen, this is turning into a technology rant, and not about the vertical display. How was this video 15 minutes already?